brother. No. If it comes up on me, we will. Alright, so let's do this out of here. Basic tune-up here. Sort it in. Try not to run over them. This cord's really expensive. It's got a special end on it. I had to make it proprietary. The VR is great. How you doing? The only problem with it is that you have to have a monster computer to run it in VR. I mean, you can run it in VR with a lot of stuff, but you won't get good frame rate. I'm having to do like all the upscaling techniques and tricks to try to get decent frame rate out of this. Even then, sometimes it bogs down. They really need to do an optimization pass. I sent a video of me doing a lap. I think it was on this track, in fact. May have been. And just showing what the frame rate was doing. I sent a video of that to the developer, so they didn't respond. But they should be aware I got a problem. As far as the way it looks and feels, oh, that's great. Makes you feel like you're in the car instead of watching the car on the screen. Big difference. This vibe going. Yeah, I have a triple screen setup, and it's really good too. It's almost as good as the VR. I can come out of the VR and go into the triple and feel pretty comfortable after a race or so. But there's just not the depth perception and VR out. The depth perception's great. So going over the hills, you know, feels very realistic. Height and changes, things like that. Like Laguna Seca, that corkscrew, that's pretty great in VR. Over the tiniest curve, it felt like the front end just stopped. I need to raise this thing up a little bit more. tires are starting to warm up, but they're a little underinflated. Yeah, this is the Pimax Crystal Light, but I'm doing I'm doing all the upscaling I can do, and I'm limiting the frame rate to 72, and then I've got the panels at 72 hertz, so the frame rate and the panel refresh rate match. And when you get them to match, it looks pretty good. You don't see tearing and weird stuff. It's definitely not as clear as like a monitor, but it's pretty damn good. It's just hard to do it all. Because in VR you gotta render the game here and here. And then you gotta put it on the monitor as well. So you can manipulate it when you're not looking through the VR, so. It's actually rendered 3 times. So it's pretty common, you know, if you get 100 frames per second in 3D, you'll get 50 in VR. So anything you can do to improve the frame rate and make that VR look smoother. But yeah, I'm doing the upscaling, and what else am I doing? Narrow field of view instead of the ultra wide. Sharpening on it, anti-aliasing on it. So I need to turn down the full-time sharpening. It seems like it might be too much. It looks good, but it's stuttering in there. But some of these tracks, it doesn't matter what your settings are, they're just stuttering areas. And now I got everything on the ultra graphics, so it's not going to get the best frame rate right now. It should be 60 to 70 most of the time. They're pretty good for VR anyway. We're in first place. Second place is 23 seconds behind. So we're nowhere close. Second place is 27 seconds behind. Faster there, pretty much full throttle. Flat traffic ahead. Yeah, I do tune everything. I actually have a racing business called Melon Tuning, which later became Melon Racing. So I tune race car engines for a living, among other things. And well, I built race cars and tuned them and sold parts and traveled the world and raced customers' cars and my own shop cars. Had multiple race shops around the country and in other countries. So, when it comes to gaming, I do try to apply some of my real world knowledge in the game. A lot of times it works out. But I'm not, like, my profession wasn't a chassis tuner. I was an engine tuner, dyno tuner, that kind of thing. Road tunes, street tunes, track tunes, stuff like that. If you're in the Twitch chat, you can type !tuning and it'll pull up my link to my YouTube, my other YouTube. It's an old site, but I'll upload some stuff to it soon. Thinking about taking my GoPro and mount it on my helmet and go to the racetrack. Get some, see if I can't do a live feed for you guys. Hey, first place. What's the... do a track change on this server. Let's see if anybody's still driving. Gonna finish his lap. He's almost done here. Oh, you've been in the lobbies? Okay, cool. Yeah, right now it's West Coast because that's the only server location that works pretty good consistently. Not the best ping for me either. I'd rather it be in New York or Chicago. Chicago would be the best ping for me, but I'd be okay with it being in New York. I'd ping almost the same. and then that would be better for people that are in the UK and stuff like that. But late night, like now, sometimes this works pretty good for the Australian people. So, but anyway, yeah, right now it's hosted in LA because these servers seem to be more stable. Not by choice. Hello everybody, see some people coming in the stream. It's 8 on Laguna Seca. They're in a race though. I'd like to do that race. Let's see if that race is almost over. If it is, we'll have another back-to-back race and we can change track to that later. 1 minute. Man, I can't get that mini to stop. Every time I hit the brake, it was like it dart left or right. Maybe it's better now, but in the last patch, I couldn't use it. I wanted to use it because I thought, well, that'd be funny with that little B16 in there and just kind of rip around, and it'd be funny to beat anybody in that thing. Would be hilarious to me. But I couldn't get it to stop right. So, do you have any luck getting it to stop and turn at the same time? Not much we can tune on this one, just tire pressure and straight line braking. Tap that off the tires. I'll have to try it again. I hadn't messed with it in the new patch. Maybe they fixed it. I didn't like it in the last one. We're going to go straight into, we're going to skip qualification and go straight into a race. As soon as this race is done. I've got a sequential shifter too. That one is, and then the sequential. I don't know. I haven't been using it much lately. I was using it more in Forza. I was doing the triple with the GoPro. In VR, you don't see it. Oh, I thought about unmounting it, selling it. I don't know. Voiceover. It's a race. Yep. Yeah. It let me put it in reverse, damn it. Oh, no, it's just too many times it let me put it in reverse. That's crazy. How would it do that? And keep these RPMs really high all the time. Again? I can't see the gear shift indicator. So I can't tell what gear I'm in. In third, okay. Drive through penalty some reason. It's weird. Maybe. I had a wreck. Hold the line. this drive-through penalty. You got a drive-through penalty for something. I don't know what I did. I got a green light. Tires in the crazy slippery. No. Wait, it still says I have a drive-through penalty? Oh, I get another one? Man, fuck your penalties. I'm just gonna screw around. Yeah, it's fun. All right, bro. Catch you later. Yeah, I was thinking about eating something myself. I'm gonna take a break there. Feeling kind of off today. Headache and stuff like that, so get some more rest today, then a little less gaming. But I'll be back in a bit. Make sure you follow and subscribe if you haven't already, so you get a notification when I go back online. As on YouTube, appreciate you hitting the thumbs up button under the video player. Appreciate that. I think there's a height setting too. I really haven't messed with that yet. That may be a new thing, so not sure what that does just yet, but we'll see. Anyway, be back in a little bit.